everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Adventures of Lolo. Here we are, floor 9. The next to last floor. And, it does get a bit tricky, I'm not gonna lie. There is a bit of trick to this. But outside of this and one other moment on this floor, it's all strategy. So that's good. Now the trick is, we're going to have to get the little armadillo there to roll up in a ball and just launch after us. Or else we're going to have a very hard time doing exactly what we need to do. And we're going to have to do this multiple times. So this could be a very messy one, and I could continue on this screen, depending on how well I can just wait out things. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. We need you to start rolling. You're coming faster than I thought you would. We have to sprint. Roll, please. Go. He decided he wanted to chase us a bit. That's perfectly fine. But luckily for us, he didn't quite catch me. So, you know, happy days. Unfortunately now sad days, because this looks like a terrible thing, right? This is actually one of the easiest stages once you realize how things work. This is a really easy stage. There are a couple of ways you can do things. Don't get me wrong, there are definitely a couple of ways you can do things that will make, well, life easy, so to speak. But we're gonna take the path that means we just have to sprint at the end, and we won't get hit by fire. So first, we're going to do the same thing we do with every long line of blocks. Just make sure that you push the ones left behind in the same direction, or else you will kind of trap yourself a little bit there. And now we do the same thing here. And believe it or not, it doesn't matter about those arrows on the left and right. I mean, yeah, they're nice to have around, but it doesn't really matter. Like, at all. Like, in the slightest. And we're going to get those, last anyway. We are not going to be messing with pushing any of the blocks up through the middle. There's no reason to do that. Because the blocks on the outside, or the heart containers on the outside, will give us shots. Which we will need. We need exactly 2 shots. We'll get it from right here. We shoot you, push you back. Push you back, and now we will have enough time to just walk through here and grab the gem. So yeah, there is an entire way that once you line it out like this, you can sit there and spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to get blocks up to the top to block the path. Why bother? This one also requires a little bit of reflex here. The 4 leapers at the bottom are going to be handy, shall we say. We're going to need them. We're going to need them in 2 spots, but the other 2 spots, yeah, they can just go do whatever they want to. So we're going to try to, let me grab this first. So basically, we are going to put a leaper up here to block that guy, and we're going to put a leaper right over here to block the Medusa. And to do that, Luckily, the leapers are kind of self-contained and they can only get out one at a time. We're going to stand right here. He's going to take his time. And we're going to run over here. I'm going to stand right here. Block you. You're going to stand here. And let you come to me over here where you are completely out of the way. And everything is now set up exactly like it needs to be. So, we've got one heart container. And as soon as we grab it, this goal down here is going to wake up. So what we gotta do, we gotta use our 2 shots to get rid of him. And then grab that heart container and sprint through this sand, which slows us way down. And try to get back before he reforms. Which should have a little bit more than just enough time to do. Easy enough. This stage is pretty actively non-threatening, although you do have to be fairly precise in exactly what you do. Because we're going to have to block you off. There's a trick we're going to have to pull off to block the goal down to the lower left there. Let's go ahead and do this first. Get ourselves a ladder. And there we go. Now we've blocked him off. So we can run up this side perfectly well. We want to place our ladder here, so we actually have a path. Now notice we also have 2 shots. We're going to use them to do a thing here. We're going to get rid of the snaky. That will leave that heart container very much exposed to the goal. So we're going to walk on the other side of the snaky after we clear it out, and then wait before we pick up that heart container. Because that heart container will also give us 2 more shots. And we're going to use both of them. Now we wait. The snaky will come back. There he comes back. So now that he is forming as a natural barrier, grab this. We shoot him once. And now, to the sprint part of this section, we shoot him, and before he frees himself, we collect the gem. Now, how many of you remember the fact that pushing frames halfway between things will actually block them? Yeah, a half a frame is enough to block anybody. We're going to be using that a lot on this particular stage. So let's, first we're going to do the basic stuff here. We're going to get everything lined up as we need to. We don't want to grab that heart container down here first. We want to leave that one alone, because to do what we need to do, we have to grab these 2. And if we grab that first one, well, bad times are coming. Let's see if I can remember exactly how to do this. I'm pretty sure I can put you here. Put you here. Nope, I messed that up, didn't I? I messed that up. Yeah, I don't think I can recover from this. So I only need to push that up a half spot. I needed enough clearance to get through, sadly. Basically, then the next step would have been pushing this up here, and then I would still have a way to get there, but I do not. I screwed that up. I pushed that up too far. Oh, well. Anyway. That still goes up here. That goes here. You go here. You go here, and now we've got the path. However, before we grab that last heart container, you notice how every gull has basically free shots at us here. So we're going to go through and very carefully, very carefully, tap those up half square each. And we have free reign out of here. And that was floor 10. And now we get to fight with the Great Devil one-on-one. But not yet. Now we have other things to deal with, where we are not safe at any point, at any given time. And, yeah, you see that slow sand? That's going to be a pain, and that's going to be a pain to deal with. We'll have to figure out how to deal with that. But that will be for next time. So until then, take care, everyone.